Hello Merseybeet lovers, it's the 1st of April and today I'm going to be doing a little vlog about potatoes from supermarkets that you've forgotten about, as you do, and you find in a cupboard. You just happen to be rooting around, you find these potatoes and you wonder what to do with them. Most people would chuck them out, I suppose, but not us. Let's see how we get on with that. Okay. We've all had that feeling, haven't we, where we've opened the cupboard and had a look around and, oh, what's this? And we find something that we didn't expect. Look at this. Yes, oh dear. Potatoes which have chitted. Yes, chitted themselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little experiment with these potatoes. These are Albert Bartley Butter Gold potatoes. They're actually lovely potatoes, grown in by Philip Benzie of Aberdeenshire. I suppose he's a farmer. Yeah. So these are potatoes. So what are we going to do with them? Are we going to throw them out? Are we going to try and grow them? Or are we going to eat them? Well, I'm going to do two of those things. I'll just set up the camera here. I just want to open these to get a closer look of them. So let's see. I think these have been in here since January, you know. Get this elastic band off. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty well gone, wouldn't you say? So I think we need to do something with these spuds. Needs to be some drastic action here. Some Merseybeet action going on. What do you think? One thing we're definitely not going to do. We're not going to throw them away, that's for sure. Because you know us. Anything for a challenge. So we're going to grow these. We're going to grow them on, and some of them we're going to eat as well. Would you eat these? If you find these in your cupboard, would you eat them? Well, we're going to eat them. We're going to eat some of them, and the others we're going to grow on in a pot, and I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to do that. So let's go. There we go. That's okay, isn't it? Yes, it is. So here are them potatoes. I've had them out the bag for a few days, just to let them breathe and get exposure to a bit of light, I suppose. And as you can see, grown in Aberdeenshire. Albert Bartley Butter Gold. So some of these I'm going to plant straight into pots, and some of them I'm going to peel and eat. But I'm going to use the peelings to grow on from. So it's a bit of an experiment. Let's see how that goes. Now, my grandma, whose name happened to be, by the way, Eleanor Rigby, grew up in the north of England, in a little town called Prescott, and she was always telling me about the times when she was a young girl and she worked on a farm. In fact, she grew up on the farm. She grew up on a farm. Her father, James Rigby, was a bailiff on the Speke Hall estate, which is now a National Trust property, Speke Hall. And he was a farm bailiff and teams leader there. And she was telling us, I heard these stories of her that, you know, when she was at school, she used to, the entire school would be sent out to pick potatoes. And they'd have an entire day off, you know. They were in this little village called Speke. It was a little village back then. And that's what the kids used to do. I mean, she was born in 1901, remember? So this would be about 1911, 1918, during the First World War. And so they used to go out and pick potatoes. So she knew all about potatoes. She knew all about potatoes and how to grow them. And what she used to do as a kid, when I was a kid, she used to get potatoes like this, because these potatoes were quite common in the 1960s, to see potatoes like this. And she'd just basically peel them, and she'd throw the peelings in the ground, and they would, you know, a few months' time, she'd have a full crop of potatoes. Incredible, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. I'll tell you a little story. I know you like me little stories. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to peel some of these, right? I want 1, 2, 3, 4 potatoes. Then 4 potatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or them 4 potatoes. Right, I think I'm gonna grow these potatoes in pots in the garden, just as they are. Right? Okay, I'll put them to one side. And these, the biggest 4 potatoes, I'm going to peel. And I'm going to put the peelings into the ground. So I'm just going to peel them like you would peel potatoes, right? Or like my grandma used to peel them, I suppose. No, I suppose she'd do a better job than this, actually. But this is I haven't peeled potatoes for a long time. I like potatoes with the skins on, to be honest. So potato peels go in there. Potatoes for the only concession I'm giving to this is I want to plant these chitty sprouts, because I believe that that's where the potatoes will grow from, right? But I don't think my grandmother worried about that. She just planted the whole of the potato peels. So maybe planting the whole of the potato peels works. I'm not being too precious about this because, quite simply, it's an experiment. I haven't done this before, by the way. I've seen it done on YouTube a few times, but I thought, oh, I'd like a go at that. And then the memory of my grandmother came back. In fact, I think my love of gardening stems from my grandmother, because she used to have a little tiny garden in what was basically a brick yard. It was a long yard, and which had signs of demolished houses in the back, and we sort of took over what was brick rubble. But in this brick rubble, she had a little raised bed, which was once an outhouse or something, the remains of an outhouse. And she used to grow mint. It used to be full of mint. But she used to throw these potato peelings in as well. And they used to grow, and I was fascinated. I was fascinated by that. Just that little fact that she could grow potatoes from potato peelings. So, old spuds you find in the cupboard, don't just throw them out. Don't throw anything out. One thing about gardening is we are the world's greatest recyclers. So we recycle stuff. And so my grandmother was doing that before recycling was even a thing. It's just something that people did back then. They didn't waste anything. And we could learn a lot from them, you know, the way people used to live. So here we go. Them potatoes, they will become my dinner. I might make them into scallops. I like scallops fried on the pan. That's lovely. These will go into a pot. I think the most important thing is these sprouty bits, because they're the bits that actually turn into a new spud, or new spuds. Sorry. So they're all going into the ground. I'm going to throw them in just like my grandmother used to do, because she was good at that. These others, the other 4, are going to go into a big pot that I've got in the back. So you want to come and join me and see how I do that? Let's have a go. So the next stage is potato peel pie. Planting potatoes. And for this I've got 1, 2, 3 old pots and some of the cheapest compost you can buy, which is this stuff from Lidl, peat-free multi-purpose compost, 99p for 20 litres. Don't expect great things from this, but it should do the job, hopefully. So let's open this. So let's open this. No, not the best. It's just like sawdust almost. Anyway, I'm going to use this. Potatoes apparently will grow in anything, amazingly, even potato peels. So we'll fill it that much, put some potato fertiliser in. With a bit of a mix. Fish blood and bone. Bit of a mix. And you can see that I'm just going to lob these potatoes in, these peels, making sure I've got some of them chitted bits in as well. That should do it. Bit more potato fertiliser. And that's it. I'll do the others like that. So there we have it. The big pot contains potatoes, Albert Bartley Butter Gold potatoes, they're in the hole, and 3 little pots here contain the peelings. So Albert Bartlett Butter Gold peelings. So there we go. Hope you'll join us again for another video and see how we get on with these. Thanks for watching. So I hope you've enjoyed that vlog. If you did, give us a thumbs up, like us, press the subscribe button, make a comment, and we hope to see you back shortly with some other great and entertaining, hopefully, vlogs. It's a beautiful day here today, 1st of April. It's like the summer's day. It's not going to last. It's going to go back to winter again, but it's nice while it does. So just enjoy the weather while you can. Get out and about, and you know what to do. Do your stuff, you know. Enjoy your garden. Okay, see you soon. Bye.
That's the story. Oh, and here's the star, Potato Pete. Eat up. Ta-ta.
Potato Pete, see him coming down the street, shouting his good things to eat. Get your hot potatoes from Potato Pete. Now hear him sing as he goes by. All the kids adore his cry. Love to hear him shout hi hi. Eat your hot potatoes coming by, by, by. Have them in the packet, take them home to Ma. Have them in the jacket, or eat them where you are. He might sell out, so don't be late. If you haven't got a penny piece of pussy,